Today's video is about chapter 1, chemical reaction and equation. In that we'll be seeing about oxidation and reduction reaction. So the first one is oxidation. It involves the gain of oxygen and loss of hydrogen or loss of electron by a substance. So on heating copper with oxygen, it changes to copper oxide. Here there is gain. The copper gains oxygen, so it is oxidation reaction. The next one is reduction. It involves the gain of hydrogen or electrons or the loss of oxygen. So it is opposite of oxidation. So here it is a gain of hydrogen. So here copper oxide, you are taking copper oxide, the same reaction. On passing hydrogen on this copper oxide, on heating and passing hydrogen gas, so this hydrogen combines with oxygen to form a water molecule and it is reduced. Copper oxide is reduced to copper. So removal of oxygen, addition of hydrogen. So that is reduction reaction. So similarly, ammonia. Next is redox reaction. It is a chemical process where both oxidation and reduction takes place. So both this oxidation also takes place and reduction also takes place. So the same reaction we have taken. So here copper oxide. So hydrogen, what happens? It combines with oxygen to form water. So this process, it is here. This is oxidation, copper. So removal of oxygen is reduction. So this is reduction reaction. Here addition of oxygen. So oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Next is corrosion, the process by which metals are corroded or eaten up slowly by the action of moisture, chemicals, especially acids on their surface. This is known as corrosion. You would have seen about rusting of iron. So rusting of iron is also a corrosion process. So here what happens? When does iron rust? So two conditions are needed, both air and moisture. These two things are needed for iron to rust. So even if one is not there, water is not there, moisture is not there, it cannot get, the rusting process does not take place. So both air and moisture is needed for rusting. So the formula for rust is Fe2O3 XH2O, the number of molecules here, water molecules. Okay. So what it can be prevented? So we have to paint the articles. Articles can be painted, and metal doors or grill can be painted. So oiling can be done in the case of machinery, iron machinery. Galvanizing can be done. Galvanizing is nothing but giving a coating with zinc. Then chromium plating and alloying. Alloying is a process of nothing but mixture of a metal and a metal or a metal and a non-metal. So that can be done. And rancidity. Next one is, what is rancidity? It is also the oxidation of fat and oil in food when exposed to air, causing unpleasant smell and taste and making it unfit for consumption. So this we would have observed in oily food like chips packet or something which is stored for a long period. And when you taste, the taste won't be good enough to taste it, and smells, the oil smells. That process you called as rancidity. Some sort of smell will be there. So what can be done? So foodstuffs, what it can be done? So you should add a proper antioxidants can be added to the food. Then packing, the oil food flushed with nitrogen. So chips packet will be always, when you are purchasing, it will be quite fluffy. So why? Because in that packet it will be filled with nitrogen so that the food never gets oxidized. Next one, storing fruit in airtight containers. And the last one is refrigeration. So these are the four methods by which we can prevent rancidity. So what is rancidity will be asked for 1 mark. Preventive methods, any two may be asked. So this TO. Next we'll go for how to balance an equation. So hydrogen is H2, oxygen is O2. It reacts to give water. So you have to see, this is left hand side. Then after this arrow mark is right hand side. So the number of molecules, so there is a number of atoms in both the left hand side should be equal to the number of atoms in the right hand side. This is a condition. So first, the main thing you should know that whatever the formula is given here, we can't alter. We can just add the numbers only in front of this position. And here, you cannot add any numbers below here or here. So only front of H you can add, and in between this H2O, in front of O we can't add. So it's a compound here. You can add here. So you can add the number here. You can add the number here. This we should be aware. So this is the first condition. So here first we'll start. So these conditions are over. Now hydrogen is equal to 2 atoms. Oxygen is equal to 2 atoms. Here hydrogen is equal to 2. Oxygen is equal to 1. So this side it is less. That too, both hydrogen is balanced. Oxygen is not balanced. So what we have to do? So we have to, I have written in this blue, what is written in the pen black, it is balancing part. So this is only 2 we have written here. Oxygen is only 1 here. So now we have to balance here. How we are balancing here? So here, so which side is more? Here it is 2 and 2. So here it is 4. Here it's only 2 plus 1. So 3 here. So this side it's very less. So just we have to start. This method is trial and error method. We have to start with a small number. Smallest number is 2. So we'll put a 2 here. Suppose if it is 2 here, 2 into 2 is 4. So you have put 4 here. So 4 atoms of hydrogen. Oxygen is 2. And similarly, if you put a 2 here, 2 into 2 it is 4 here. And 2 into 1, this is nothing but 1. It indicates 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. So here 4 plus 2, 6 atoms. Here also 4 plus 2, 6 atoms. This will be cancelling. Means this we will have to neglect. Here 2 into 2, it's 4. So totally 6. Both the side it is balanced. In the case of potassium plus oxygen gives you K2O. So here K is what? Only 1. And oxygen is 2. Here K is 2 here. Oxygen is 1. So though it is equal, potassium is 2, here potassium is 1. Oxygen is 2, oxygen is 1 here. So number of atoms are equal, but it's not same for the element. So we have to put a 4 here. Just again a trial and error method only. So suppose if you put a 4 here, now why you are adding here means for oxygen we cannot put anything. Suppose if you put a 2 here, this oxygen will get 2 here, but potassium will become 4. So we are adding 4 here. So 4 potassium and oxygen becomes 2 here, same thing. And 2 into 2, 4 here, and oxygen also gets 2 here. So it is balanced. Next, in the case of aluminium reacting with water. So what happens is aluminium is 1, hydrogen is 2 here, oxygen is 1. Here aluminium is 2, oxygen is 3, and hydrogen is 2. So this side, the right hand side, the atoms are more compared to the left hand side. So what we have to do here, it is 2. So aluminium is 1 here. So you cannot put here. So you have to put only the front side. So you're adding 2 here. So what happened? Aluminium is balanced. So you're cancelling this 1 and you have to put 2. So now aluminium is balanced. Now hydrogen. So hydrogen, what you have to put here? So already it is 2 here. So now what you have to do? Here it is 2 here. So for oxygen it is 3. So for 3 you have to put a 3. Well, then only it will get 3 into 1 it is 3. So when you put a 3 here, oxygen is balanced here. But what about this one hydrogen? 3 2s are 6 here. So you have to balance here. So that's why you're adding 3 here. 3 2s are 6. Now hydrogen also gets balanced. So this way, this equation is balanced. The next one is nitric oxide plus oxygen. So it gives you nitrogen dioxide. So it is nitrogen 1, oxygen 1, and this one oxygen is also 2, another one. So it is 1 plus 2 oxygen. So here nitrogen is 1, oxygen is O2. So here it is lesser. So here it is more. Now what you have to do? And this side is 2. So here oxygen is 3. So what to do? We have to put a 2 here. So if you put a 2 here, nitrogen gets 2. This oxygen gets 2. 2 plus 2, it becomes 4 here. Now suppose if you put a 2 here, this nitrogen is also balanced. 2 into 2, this 4 is balanced. Oxygen is also balanced. The next equation, iron plus oxygen gives you iron oxide plus hydrogen gas is given out. So here Fe is 1, hydrogen is 2, oxygen is 1. Here it is 3, it is 4, then hydrogen is 2. So simple, iron is 3. So here you have to put a 3 here. So iron is balanced now. For next you have to go for hydrogen. So here along with this, oxygen is there. Here it is O4. So if you put a 4 here, oxygen is balanced. What about hydrogen? 4 2s are 8 here. Now again you have to go here, you have to put a 4. 4 2s are 8 here. This is also balanced. Next one is sodium oxide plus water. Then you dissolve in water, you'll get it sodium hydroxide. So Na2, O is 1, hydrogen is 2, again oxygen is 1. So 1 plus 1 here. This side it is, everything is 1. Sodium 1, oxygen 1, hydrogen 1. So now what you have to do is, it is sodium is 2. Here it is 1. Put a 2 in front. So sodium is balanced. This 2 is common for oxygen also. So oxygen is also 2. So you can put 2 here, and this 2 is common for hydrogen also. So everything is 2, 2, 2 here. Now sodium is 2 here, oxygen is 1 and 1, 2 balanced, hydrogen is 2. So totally it is balanced. If you find this video informative and useful, kindly like and subscribe my channel.